The National Electrical Code, specifically Section 406.9 Bone, addresses the placement of receptacles near bathtubs and shower stalls. This code exists to mitigate the risk of electrical shock, which can occur if an electrical device or outlet comes into contact with water. The key provision of this code is the establishment of a safety zone around bathtubs and showers where receptacles are prohibited. This zone extends 6 feet, or 1.83 meters, from the inside edge of the bathtub or shower stall. No receptacles are allowed within this area. This requirement is not arbitrary. Water is a conductor of electricity, and the human body is also conductive. If someone is in a bathtub or shower, their skin is wet, which significantly reduces the body's resistance to electrical current. If an electrical fault occurs, such as a damaged cord or a short circuit in an appliance plugged into a nearby receptacle, the current can easily pass through the water and the person's body, leading to severe injury or even death. The 6-foot rule is designed to create a buffer zone, making it less likely that an electrical appliance or cord will accidentally fall into the water or be within reach of someone in the bathtub or shower. The code doesn't just apply to standard receptacles. It also applies to other types of electrical outlets such as ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI receptacles and USB charging ports. The intention is to prevent any electrical source from being located within the hazardous zone. There are a few exceptions to the general rule, but they are very specific and must be carefully followed. For example, certain types of lighting fixtures are permitted within the 6-foot zone if they are specifically designed and rated for wet locations. These fixtures must be installed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions and must be properly grounded. However, even with these exceptions, the general principle remains that electrical outlets should be kept as far away from water sources as possible. The NEC is a comprehensive set of standards that is updated every 3 years. It is important for electricians, contractors, and homeowners to stay up to date on the latest version of the code to ensure that all electrical work is safe and compliant. Local jurisdictions may also have additional regulations or amendments to the NEC, so it is important to check with the local building department before starting any electrical work. In addition to the distance requirement, the NEC also addresses the type of receptacles that are permitted in bathrooms. All receptacles installed in bathrooms must be GFCI protected. A GFCI is a device that monitors the current flowing through a circuit and quickly shuts off the power if it detects a ground fault. A ground fault occurs when current leaks from the intended circuit path to ground, which can happen if an appliance is damaged or if water comes into contact with electrical components. GFCI protection is essential in bathrooms because it can prevent electrical shock in the event of a ground fault. GFCI receptacles are readily available at most hardware stores and are relatively easy to install. However, it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully and to test the GFCI after installation to ensure that it is working properly. The NEC also requires that all bathroom circuits be arc fault circuit interrupter, or FSI, protected. An FSI is a device that detects electrical arcs, which are a common cause of electrical fires. Arcs can occur when wires are loose, damaged, or corroded. FSIs are designed to quickly shut off the power if an arc is detected, preventing a fire from starting. FSI protection is typically provided by installing an FSI circuit breaker in the electrical panel. In summary, the NEC has strict rules about the placement of receptacles near bathtubs and showers to prevent electrical shock. Receptacles must be located at least 6 feet from the inside edge of a bathtub or shower stall, and all bathroom receptacles must be GFCI protected. It is important to follow these rules carefully to ensure the safety of yourself and your family. Electrical safety is paramount, and adhering to the NEC guidelines is a crucial step in preventing accidents. When considering the specific request to install a receptacle directly above a bathtub, it's essential to emphasize the dangers involved. Even if the homeowner desires to use electrical devices like a television while in a bathtub, the inherent risks of mixing electricity and water must take precedence. The potential consequences of ignoring these safety regulations far outweigh any convenience or entertainment value. It's the electrician's responsibility to inform the homeowner of the code restrictions and the potential hazards associated with violating them. Explain clearly that the NEC regulations are in place to protect individuals from electrical shock and electrocution. Suggest alternative solutions that comply with safety standards. For example, a television could be mounted on a wall outside the 6-foot safety zone, or a portable, battery-operated device could be used. It's also important to educate the homeowner about the importance of GFCI protection. Even if a receptacle is located outside the 6-foot zone, it should still be GFCI protected to minimize the risk of electrical shock. Emphasize that GFCI protection is not a substitute for maintaining a safe distance from water, but it provides an additional layer of safety. Furthermore, it's crucial to ensure that all electrical work is performed by a qualified and licensed electrician. Attempting to perform electrical work without the proper training and experience can be extremely dangerous and can lead to serious injury or even death. Licensed electricians are familiar with the NEC and other applicable codes and regulations, and they have the knowledge and skills to perform electrical work safely and correctly. When discussing the NEC with homeowners, it's important to present the information in a clear and understandable manner. Avoid using technical jargon and explain the reasons behind the code requirements. Use real-life examples to illustrate the potential dangers of violating the code. For example, you could describe a scenario in which someone accidentally drops a hairdryer into a bathtub and suffers an electrical shock. By making the information relatable and understandable, you can help homeowners appreciate the importance of electrical safety. In addition to the NEC, there may be other applicable codes and regulations that govern electrical work in your area. It's important to be familiar with these codes and regulations and to ensure that all electrical work complies with them. Local building departments can provide information about local codes and regulations. Remember, electrical safety is everyone's responsibility. By following the NEC and other applicable codes and regulations, you can help prevent electrical accidents and save lives. If a homeowner insists on violating the NEC despite being informed of the risks, it's important to refuse to perform the work. As a licensed electrician, you have a professional and ethical obligation to protect the safety of your clients and the public. Performing electrical work that violates the NEC could expose you to legal liability and could damage your reputation. In conclusion, the NEC regulations regarding receptacles near bathtubs and showers are in place to protect individuals from electrical shock. These regulations prohibit the installation of receptacles within 6 feet of the inside edge of a bathtub or shower stall and require that all battery receptacles be GFCI protected. It's important to follow these rules carefully and to consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns about electrical safety. The dangers of installing a receptacle directly above a bathtub cannot be overstated. It is a clear violation of the NEC and poses a significant risk of electrical shock. No matter how expensive the house or how insistent the homeowner, safety must always be the top priority.